Hello everyone, Skids here and welcome to second episode of Fallout 4 Mods Weekly. This was yet another great week for Fallout 4 modding, and today I prepared 10 mods for you. Starting off, we've got Nuclear Weather by Densaleagion. This mod adds 6 new weather effects into the game. These effects include Nuclear Winter, which is heavy and intense snowstorm. Then we've got Nuclear Firestorm, that makes fiery rocks fall from the sky. Next up is Ion Storm, that creates strong bolts of static electricity. Institute Mindstorm, that features some weird visual effects. Then there is also Acid Rain, which is pretty self-explanatory. And finally there is Time Rift, that creates a massive rift in the sky and looking in its direction creates some massive visual distortions. Now until GEC comes out, all of these weather effects are just for the show and they don't actually cause any damage to the player. My favorite one was definitely Nuclear Firestorm and Nuclear Winter. They both create amazing visual effects on your screen, which can also be said about all the other weathers. I think that most of you are also using True Storms in your Fallout 4, and since it is a very popular mod, modder of Nuclear Weather also created a patch that allows you to use both of these mods together. So if you're looking for some new cool visual weather effects, then this mod is definitely for you. Next up we've got Wasteland Sniper by Høthtrooper 44. This mod adds a new armor set into the game. Now if you guys remember, last week I reviewed Armor General. It was also created by Høthtrooper and it was a very good looking armor, and Wasteland Sniper doesn't disappoint either. Now you can obtain it by crafting it at Chemistry Workbench under Utility category. As you can see, it comes with custom textures and also custom model. Personally I think that both of them look amazing. As you can see, the textures are very detailed and the model also has tons of small features on it, like the pouches on the front or the ammo belt on the knee. Just like the Armor General, it also comes in few different color variations. We've got the original set, and then there is also Desert, Forest and Urban Camo. This armor mod is definitely recommended for anyone who wants to play as a sniper in Fallout 4, which is actually possible thanks to the new gunplay mechanics and tons of perks that benefit sneak and sniping from long distance. So like I said, a great looking armor that fits in Fallout, and I think you should go ahead and check it out. Moving on, we've got Snappable Junk Fences by DarthWayne. As you may have guessed, this mod adds snappable junk fences into your game. In vanilla game, junk fences are pretty much useless since they cannot be snapped together and there are always big gaps between each one of them. Marto decided to solve this problem by making fences 5% larger, and he also added a bunch of different snap nodes to them. As you can see on screen right now, it is a lot easier to create large walls with junk fences around your settlement. Another great thing is that even if you are building a fence around the hill, fences snap together even if they clip into environment a little bit. Now other than straight fences, you can now also build curved ones. Thanks to the junk fence that has tires on it, it actually curves and it allows you to create curved walls in it, or even small circle areas like I did. Now of course, snapping is not perfect. Sometimes fences won't snap, especially if they're clipping into ground, but you are still able to put them close enough to each other so that it won't create large gaps between them. And that's basically all there is to this mod. I would definitely recommend it for anyone who wanted to create a wall around the settlement and they weren't able to because junk fences didn't snap together. Coming up next, we've got NCR Ranger Veteran Armor by DogtoothCG and Unoctium. This mod adds NCR Ranger Veteran Armor from Fallout New Vegas into Fallout 4. I think that many of you know that I am a huge fan of Fallout New Vegas and I have been making videos about this game for almost 3 years now, and that is why I was very happy to see this mod. I mean, this NCR Ranger Armor was basically a symbol of Fallout New Vegas. It even appeared on the cover of the game and it was #1 badass armor that you could obtain in New Vegas. Now in Fallout 4 you can find this armor in Kellogg's house in his safe. Mod also comes with anti-material rifle, but the rifle can be only obtained with console commands. Now when it comes to armor, it looks exactly the same like it did in Fallout 4, maybe even a little better. Obviously it has its own custom textures and model. Textures are absolutely amazing, they have tons of details on them. You can see small scratches on the armor, there are small paintings on the armor itself. One additional feature however is that you can wear the mask and helmet separately, so if you feel like looking at your character's face, you can wear the helmet part separately. Now let's take a look at the anti-material rifle. It is also from Fallout New Vegas and it was one of the best weapons in that game. It also comes with its own custom textures and model. Both of them look amazing, and my only small problem with the weapon was that the animations are not done completely, but I'm sure that modders will fix that as soon as they can. So overall, an amazing mod and a must-have for any Fallout New Vegas fan. Since I already featured NCR Ranger armor, I also have to feature standalone NCR Ranger Sequoia by Rakul. Other than anti-material rifle, NCR Rangers were also known for using this Ranger Sequoia in battle, and thanks to Rakul you can also use it in Fallout 4. Unfortunately, it is not a standalone weapon, instead it is a retexture of 44 Magnum revolver. Nevertheless, it still looks very good. Now you can either download a version that replaces all of 44 revolvers, or you can also use craftable version that has 3 new mods to the Magnum that change basic Magnum visual to the one of Ranger Sequoia. So obviously model on this weapon is from Magnum, but the textures are custom. As you can see, there are tons of small engravings on the weapon. There is a small bear displayed on the handle, and there are also 2 quotes on the barrel itself. Personally, if I did not know that this was a Magnum model, I would say this is definitely a standalone weapon. Now in combat it performs just like usual Magnum, which means it is pretty strong. So overall a great retexture of vanilla weapon that I would definitely recommend. Next up we've got Death Hut, fully tunable hut by Neanka. This mod allows you to create your own fully customizable hut that you can use in-game. Now let's take a look at how it actually works. First of all, you have to install this mod, preferably with Nexus Mod Manager. After that you have to go to your Fallout 4 data folder, then go to the interface menu, and there you can see HUD menu set. After that you have to launch it, and then you can see your full HUD. After that you can change it as much as you like. You can make some parts disappear. For example, if you don't want your health displayed, you can turn it off. You can also change the size of each part of HUD. So if you think that your AP bar is small, you can make it bigger, and so on. So after you set your menu up, you have to save it in devconf. That is also located in interface. And after that all you have to do is launch your game. And as you can see, all parts of my hut are now moved. And that's basically it about this mod. Overall, a very good mod if you want to create your own hut. And until GEC comes out, I think this is the only way of customizing your hut. So if you are not satisfied with your hut in vanilla Fallout, then make sure you download this mod. Coming up next, we've got Satellite World Map by FloorBelow. This mod adds a new world map into your game. As you all know, the vanilla map is not very detailed, and it is kinda hard to orientate around it if you are not sure what you're looking for. Now this mod changes that, since it adds a new very detailed world map that is available in 8K resolution, and it is also available in 2 color schemes. You can either have monochrome map that is very similar to the vanilla one, except that it is a lot more detailed, and you can also have color version that however changes the color of your Pip-Boy menu to white, but at least it is colored now. Also don't forget to add a few lines into your NS settings, otherwise your colored version won't work. This map was actually created using the game's meshes and textures, and I personally think it looks a lot better than the vanilla map. So if you're looking for a good looking highly detailed world map, then this mod is definitely for you. Now let's take a look at Apocalypse accessories by Elianora and Jet4571. Elianora has been creating a lots of armor mods for Fallout 4, and this is her newest creation. This mod adds 7 pair of eyeglasses and sunglasses, 2 scarves, 3 messenger bags, dark bandolier, 2 pairs of pilot goggles, pair of welding goggles, and also a pair of black studded gloves. Currently it is available in 2 versions. One is for vanilla body and the other one is for CBBE. If you are also using body slide, the bandolier, gloves and bags can be built with it, so if you have your own shape on female body, you don't have to worry about any clipping. As always, Elianora and Jet did a very good job at all of these new accessories. They all have custom textures and models that contain a lot of details and look very good. One thing I also like is that while they are very stylish, they also fit in Fallout 4 Wasteland atmosphere, and it is very easy to use them along with any vanilla armors and outfits. These new accessories also require Armorsmith Extended and Armor and Weapon Keywords community resource to work, so don't forget to download both of these as well. Like I said, a very good job from Elianora and Jet, and I'm looking forward to their next work. Next up we've got Build a Castle by DD Productions 83. This mod, just like its name says, allows you to build your own castle. Now by castle I don't mean the Minuteman castle that you can take over, but the new medieval custom castle. Now first of all I have to apologize that my castle doesn't look very good, since I am bad at building stuff. Now if you want to build your own castle, first you have to craft a special grenade at the chemistry station that adds a bunch of new stuff under structures wood walls category in your workshop building menu. After After you are done with building your castle, you can just throw the grenade away and all the new parts will disappear, so that your menu isn't full of random objects. Anyway, as you can see, there are tons of new parts for your own castle. You can basically build anything you want, and it only depends on your imagination and fantasy, and of course also on your skill, which I apparently did not have. Anyway, all of new custom parts look very good, and there is no problem with building a huge medieval castle where you can rule over your settlers. So yeah, if you ever felt like building your own castle, then you should go ahead and check out this mod. And final mod I have for you today is called EF88 Standalone Tactical Shotgun by Skibadaa. This mod adds a new weapon into your game. You can obtain it by either getting it from vendors or enemies, or you can also spawn it using console commands. As you can see, it comes with custom textures and custom model. When it comes to texture quality, I personally think they look very similar to the Fallout 4 vanilla weapons, which means they look pretty good, but they could use a small improvement. When it comes to the model and details on the weapon itself, then I have no complaints. I mean, you can find the number of the weapon on the drum magazine. There are tons of different parts on the shotgun itself, and I also like its overall look and design. Now this weapon also includes tons of modifications. You can use different barrels, magazines and stocks for it, and each of the modification changes weapon statistics and visual as well. When it comes to combat, it was also pretty powerful, and it had no problem dealing with any raiders. Overall, a very good looking weapon and one of the few shotguns that is available on Nexus right now. So if you enjoy shotguns or just weapons generally, then you should go ahead and check out this mod. And yeah guys, I guess that's about it for this week's video. I am sorry that I released it a bit later than I was supposed to, but there was a small change of plans, and that's why I, instead of this video, released a snap and build special yesterday. So if you did not watch it, you can go ahead and check it out. Now, even though I did a similar series like this one for Fallout New Vegas and Skyrim, it is still relatively new and I'm open to any suggestions you guys have. And yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, tell me what you think about it in the comments, subscribe for more Fallout 4 content, and I will see you next time.